Well, hello, ladies, gentlemen, boys, and girls of all ages. Spank the Monkey back again with another unboxing video, this time of Secrets of Strixhaven Play Boosters. Cool, it is pre-release weekend. I managed to snag a CBB and a PBB. I opened the CBB a while ago. Pretty good box. I had a great hit there. And now I will be getting into this Play Booster box of Strixhaven goodness. And for the bonus round, we have a foil promo pack from my LGS. So hopefully we get a good box and top it off with some good Lorwyn Eclipse cards. Let's get into it. So let us open this box. How are you guys doing? Tell me what you guys have gotten for Strixhaven. I hope you guys are cracking some packs or at least getting some fantastic singles. This is a very, very good set. I believe the cards are great. I've been going through some of the reviews. I think this is probably a candidate for set of the year, but we'll have to see. Given the fact that there are very few what do you call this, in-universe decks right now. So we get a thingy here, an info board, and our 30 packs of 14 cards. Okay, oh, and they're in different colors too. Interesting. Very interesting. It's nice. I actually do like that, where the packs are in different colors. You can see over here. So 5. All right, we have our 30 packs. Putting it over here. Let me just take this off frame. There we go. And I hope we have some good hits. But really, the reason why I got Play Booster boxes, I wanted to get at least a good, I would say, it's collection of cards for this particular set. I am not particularly like a value collector or anything like that, but I just like having cards, physical cards that I can see and feel and touch when I make my commander deck. So good to have a ready set of stuff in your collection. Okay, so Japanese cards, right? Pack number 1. It has the pull tab there. Wait, let me just see. Yeah, made in Japan. But I think the good stuff is in the back now. So, okay, we'll just open it like normal. Right, Adventurous Eater, 3 to cast, Human Warlock, prepared. So that's the big new mechanic for this set. I'll just put the commons and uncommons over here to the side. Banishing Betrayal, instant target, return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Surveil 1, okay. Nice to have Surveil in there. Owlin Historian, 3 to cast Berserk, 2/3, and enter Surveil 1, and one or more cards leave your graveyard. This creature gets +1/+1 for end of turn. Follow the Lumerets. 3 to cast Sorcery. Look at top 4 cards of the library. You may reveal a creature or land card among them. If you can have this turn, instead reveal 2 creature or land cards. Hey, that's pretty good for life gain decks. Seize the Spoils. Okay, so that we know. Reprint. Bogwater Lumeret. Golgari, Spirit Frog, 2/2. When this creature or another creature you control enters, you gain 1 life. Okay, I'm looking to restart my Golgari deck. So hopefully cards from the Strixhaven. Actually, it's Dina, right? From Strixhaven. I'm gonna try and build one around Dina, or maybe the new Dina. Okay, so we have Potioner's Trove, 3 to cast. Okay, add 1 mana color, tap, gain 2 life. Okay. Group Project, so this is sorcery for 2. Create a 2/2 red-white spirit creature token with flashback. Okay, and then we have Vibrant Outburst. Is it colors? Vibrant deals 3 damage to any target. Tap up to 1 target creature. Pest Brood Sloth, 4 to cast, reach 4/4. When it dies, create 2 pests. Okay. Ooh, and the first hit is a mythic, and it's a good one. It is the Emeritus of Ideation. So this is a 5 to cast human wizard 5/5 flying ward 2 and comes in prepared. So whenever this creature attacks, you may exile 8 cards from your library. If you do, this creature becomes prepared. And what does it do? It just does a simple thing called Ancestral Recall. So it's a power 9 card from way back when, and it's instant. Target player draws 3 cards. Oh my god. This is the first pack, and we get a mythic Emeritus. This is a great day. Yeah. Thank you, Magic Gods, for the great pack. Okay, and for the Mystical Archives, we have a Feed the Swarm. I love these Mystical Archives. I love the treatment. Pretty cool. And we have a foil. It is Lewin Exchange Student. So for the Mystical Archives, yeah, I'll just put the rare and mythic Mystical Archives into another pile. Okay, so Lewin is another prepared creature. So this is a legendary elf druid exchange student. Enters prepared, exile creature card from a graveyard. It becomes prepared, and then pest friend for a hybrid black or green sorcery. Create a pest token. Cool. I like that. Okay. And basic land and an inkling token. Okay. Wow, first pack we get one of the chase cards for the set, the Emeritus of Ideation, Mr. Ancestral Recall himself. Okay, pack number 2. So we have Last Gasp, Essence Scatter, okay, Rehearsed Debater with Repartee. This is another mechanic. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets a creature, this creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Tenured Concoctor, 5 to cast Troll Druid, Vigilance with Infusion. This creature gets +2/+0 as long as you gain life this turn, and whenever this creature becomes the target of a spell or ability and opponent controls, you may draw a card. Cool. Okay. Rabble Rouser, 3 to cast Dwarf Sorcerer. When it enters, discard a card, you may draw. Tap, exile card from graveyard. Add red. When you do, creature deals 1 damage to each opponent. Cool. Things you can do with that. Pest Mascot, 1 and a Golgari. Pest Ape, 2/3. Trample. Whenever you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Okay, where's the pest sort of effects on this guy? Anyway, moving on, we have a Biblioplex Tome Keeper. So 4 to cast Artifact Construct. So it enters, choose 1. It either a target creature becomes prepared or it becomes unprepared. Yeah, okay. So it's like, okay, that's common over there. Uncommon, Encouraging Aviator. 3 to cast Bird Wizard, flying. When it attacks, it becomes prepared. So every time it attacks. And its instant is target creature gains flying until the end of turn. Okay, with Jump. Okay, Van Halen, Spirit Call Enthusiast, 2 and a white Cat Cleric. Whenever 1 or more tokens you control enter, this becomes prepared. And it has a sorcery scroll boost. 1 or 2 target creatures each get 2/2 until the end of turn. Okay, that has some uses. Next is Root Manipulation, 5 to cast. Until end of turn, creatures you control get +2/+2 and Menace. And whenever this creature attacks, you gain 1 life. All right. Under that, we have a rare. It would be Erode. So 1 to cast. Instant, destroy target creature or planeswalker. Its controller may search their library for a basic land card, put into the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. Okay, so it's like what is it? Swords to Plowshares? No, that gains life. It's Path to Exile, right? But for creature or planeswalker. Good, nice removal. Another removal. I mean, why has so much removal already? So I don't know. Okay, anyway, we'll put that rare over here. Then we have a Duty Beyond Death for the Mystical Archive card. 2 to cast, instant. Sacrifice creature. Creatures you control gain indestructible in the turn. Put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Pretty good. And we have a foil Divergent Equation. uncommon. So XX in blue, return up to X target instant and or sorcery cards from graveyard to your hand. Then you can exile this card. Okay, and we have a Spectacle Summit for the land, plus an elemental token. Okay, so new white cheap removal, not exile but destroy, but at least you can also do it for planeswalkers as well. So okay, let's see if we can get better here in this pack. So Masterful Flourish, Chase Inspiration, creature you can gets +0/+3 and gains hexproof. 1 to cast. Okay, not bad. Honorbound Page, again with preparation. Forum's Favor, +1/+0 and flying till end of turn. Okay. Efflorescence, so 3 to cast, instant, put 2/1/1 counters to target creature. If you gain life this turn, it also gains trample and indestructible until end turn. Okay, cool. Nice for life gain decks. Rearing Embermare, 5 to cast. Horse Beast with reach and haste, 4/5. Reach and haste. Okay, Render Speechless. 4 to cast. Silver Quill. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. That player discards that card. Put 2/1/1 counters on up to 1 target creature. Okay, Wild Hypothesis, X in the green, create a 0/0 green blue fractal with 1/1 counters on it, then Surveil 2. Okay, now for the uncommons, we have Emil, Vastlands Roamer, legendary. 3 to cast, Elf Druid, 3/3, creatures you control with 1/1 counters on them have trample. And 5 to cast, tap, create a fractal, put X 1/1 counters on it, where X is the number of differently named lands you control. Next is a Witherbloom Charm. So Witherbloom or Golgari colors. Choose one, you may sacrifice a permanent. If you do, draw 2 cards. You can gain 5 life, or you can destroy target non-land permanent with mana value 2 or less. Okay, nice. And Tester of the Tangential. 2 to cast, Djinn Wizard 1/1 with increment. So whenever you cast a spell where the mana is the mana value or amount of mana you spent is greater than this creature's power or toughness, put a 1/1 counter on it. At the beginning of combat of your turn, you may pay X. When you do, move X 1/1 counters from this creature to another target creature. Nice design. Next up, we have a rare. It will be a Sky Coach Conductor. So this is a bird pilot with prepare. It's a 3 to cast, 2/3, flash flying Vig, and has all aboard. So it's an instant target. Exile target non-pilot creature you control, and turn that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. So basically, it will blink a non-pilot creature. Okay, so it only becomes prepared as it enters. Okay, we have a mythic for the Mystical Archive card. You can see over there, and it is. Ooh, Ad Nausea. It is Ad Nausea. Okay. Nice. Ad Nausea, Mystical Archive, non-foil. Nice to see this. So it's a double rare pack. So it's a mythic Mystical Archive. So I'll put the mythic Mystical Archive over here. Okay. And then a foil Thornfish Striker. Nice. Creatures going to +1/+0 and have trample as long as you gain life this turn. Okay, yeah. I think my Golgari token deck is gonna start looking pretty strong after I put some upgrades in it. Okay, so we got an Ad Nausea Mystical Archive, so some value there. I'm happy about that. And let's keep going. The gravy train is flowing. So Wander Off, Hydro Channeler, Merfolk, tap to add blue. So it's mana dork. Then you pay 1 tap, add 1 mana of any color. So you can filter Hydro Channeler. Okay. Mindful Biomancer, 2 to cast. And enters, gain 1, pay 3. Target creature gets 2/2 until end of turn. Okay. Next is Unsubtle Mockery. Deals 4 damage. Surveil. Pursue the Past. Boros. Or Lorehold. You gain 2 life. You may discard a card if you do draw 2 cards and has Flashback. Grapple with death, destroy target artifact or creature, and then you gain 1 life. Impractical Joke. So this is a single red to cast. Damage can't be prevented this turn. Impractical Joke deals 3 damage to up to 1 target creature or planeswalker. Molten Note. So it's an X Lorehold spell. Deals damage to target creature equal to the amount of mana spent to cast the spell. Untap all creatures you control. Flashback for 8. And we have a Foolish Fate. So it's instant, destroy target creature. 3 to cast, and if you gain life this turn, that creature's controller loses 3 life as well. Okay, and for the rare, we have a Wisdom of Ages. So I think this is a pretty good card, right? So 7 to cast. Sorcery, return all instant and sorcery cards from your graveyard to your hand, and then you have no maximum hand size. So if you're milling a lot of stuff, you play this, you get them all, you get all of them back. You have no maximum hand size. You can start dealing death there. Okay, and another mythic. Woo! This is mythic number 2, and we've only opened like what, 4 packs? It is Emeritus of Truce. It's another Emeritus. So what does this guy do? So 3 to cast, Cat Cleric, 3/3. When this creature enters, target player creates a 1/1 white and black Inkling creature token with flying. If an opponent controls more creatures than you, this creature becomes prepared. And its prepared spell is Swords to Plowshares. Pretty cool. Nice. Wow, and you can, if an opponent controls 0 more. Wow, okay, so when this creature enters. Okay, but you got ways to prepare this, right? So still, pretty useful. Okay, that's mythic number 3 over there. Oh, I'll put that over here. Sorry. Return the Favor would be our Mystical Archives card. Red. So this is coming from Thunder Junction with Spree. I actually have this card in my deck already. Nice to have this version in it. And then we have Environmental Scientist, 2 to cast, Human Druid. When it enters, you may search your library for a basic. Reveal, put your hand, then shuffle. Okay. Titan's Grave, Inkling, token. Okay, so what is that? Like, yeah, that was 4 packs. Now we're going to pack number 5. So far, 3 mythics. That's insane. With 4 packs. I don't think I've ever got that before. So let's look at this. Rapier's Wit. Okay. Cheerful Osteomancer. Comes in prepared. And then you can raise the dead. Not bad, but 4 to cast though. Textbook Tabulator. Frog Wizard with Increment. When it enters, Surveil 2. And it's a 0/3. Noxious Newt. Death Touch. Add green. Mage Tower Referee. Artifact Construct. When you cast a multicard spell, put a 1/1 counter on it. 2 to cast. Inkling Mascot. Silver Quill. Colors. Repartee. Whenever you cast instant or sorcery, this creature gains flying. Surveil 1. Ooh, okay. Not bad. Quandrix Charm. Okay, Simic. Choose 1, counter target spell unless its controller pays 2. Destroy target enchantment. And target creature has space, power, and toughness 5/5 until end of turn. Stand up for yourself. So destroy target creature with power 3 or greater. 3 to cast. And we have an Archaic's Agony. So this is a 5 to cast sorcery. Deals X damage to target creature, where X is the number of colors of mana spent to cast a spell. Exile cards from top of your library equal to X's damage. You may play those cards until the end of your next turn. And for the rare, we get a Pox Plague. So it's a 5 black pips sorcery. Each player loses half their life, then discards half the cards in their hand, then sacrifices half the permanents they control of their choice. Round down each time. So if you have a damage doubler, does that kill them? Yeah, it's life lost, right? I don't know. We'll see. Cool. So, and we have a second rare. It is Steal the Show. So this is a sorcery, 3 to cast. Choose 1 or both. Target player discards any number of cards, then draw that many cards. And then you can have this deal damage equal to the number of instant or sorcery cards in your graveyard to target creature or planeswalker. Cool. And for the Mystical Archives, we have a Sleight of Hand. Cool. Okay. Common is Last Gasp. So potentially, you can have up to four mythics in one pack. So we had Pox Plague, Steal the Show. Your mystical archives could be a foil. I mean a mythic, and then the foil could be a mythic as well. So up to four. Will that happen to us though? I don't know. But it seems like the magic gods have been smiling on us on this box so far. So let's see. There's a 0.1% chance that that'll happen. You get four mythics. I don't think that's ever. I've gotten three mythics before, but not four. Okay, Ulna Ali Shopkeep, Minache Infusion, Quick Study, Ancestral Anger, gains trample, gets X0, where X is the number of cards in your graveyard. Then draw a card. Okay, that's a pretty good. What do you call this? What do you call a card draw? I forget that the term escapes me now. Shopkeeper's Bane. Whenever this creature attacks, you gain 2 life. Fractal Mascot. It's an elk. Wilt in the Heat. 2 less if you have one or more cards left in your graveyard. Left your graveyard this turn. Deals 5 damage to our creature. If that creature would die, X out instead. Living History. So this is enchantment. Okay. Sky Coach Waypoint. Tap uncolorless. Pay 3. Target creature becomes prepared. Oh, okay. So it's a way to have your creatures prepare. And Matter Bending Mage. 3 to cast Human Wizard. When this creature enters, return up to one other target creature to its owner's hand. When you cast a spell with X in its mana cost, this creature can be blocked this turn. Okay, for the rare, we have a Geometer's Arthropod. So it's in a Simic or Quandrix colors. A Fractal Crab, 1/4. Whenever you cast a spell with X in its mana cost, look at the top X cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand and the rest at the bottom of your library in a random order. Okay, and then we have our Shared Roots for the Mystical Archives. For the foil, we have a Expressive Fire Dancer. Okay, land and a Fractal Token. Okay, so nothing there to write home about, but we're now moving on to the next pack. Hopefully we can get some more goodies. Okay, let's go a little faster. Elite Interceptor, Adventurous Eater, Muse's Encouragement. Okay, Tackle Artist, Terra Fractal. Okay, Dinosaur Fractal. X in the Simic. Flying, this creature enters with X1 on counters. When the creature you gain 2 life. Zealous Lorecaster. Enters turn target instant or sorcery from graveyard to hand, but it's 6 to cast though. And the next is Mind Roots, uncommon. Target player discards 2 cards. Put up to 1 land card discarded this way onto the battlefield tapped under your control. Muse Seeker, Elf Wizard with Opus. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, draw a card, then discard a card unless 5 or more mana was spent to cast this spell. Draw a card, then discard a card unless 5 or more mana was spent to cast that spell. Oh, okay. And then Summon Dromedary. Spirit Camel for 3 with Vigilance. Pay to return this card from your graveyard to your hand. Okay, next up we have a Sanar Unfinished Genius. So it's a Goblin Sorcerer in Izzet colors. So it comes in prepared. And then you can tap, create a treasure token. Activate only if you cast an instant or sorcery spell. And for its prepared spell, it has Wild Idea. So search your library for an instant or sorcery, reveal, put your hand, and shuffle. Wow. So it's a tutor, but it's expensive though. 5 to cast. Okay. And for the rare, we have a Comforting Counsel. So this is an enchantment, 2 to cast. Whenever you gain life, put a growth counter on this enchantment. As long as there are 5 or more growth counters on this enchantment, creatures you control get +3/+3. Nice anthem effect. Okay. And then we have an Abrade in the Mystical Archives treatment. Nice looking Abrade there. Fractal Anomaly. Okay. And a Form of Amity and an Elemental. Okay. Last 3 packs for stack number 1, when I think this stack has been extremely good. We have an 2 Emeriti and an Adnos Mythic. Okay, Eager Glyph Mage, Send in the Pest, Procrastinate, my favorite thing in the world. Studious First Year, okay. Enters prepared when does rampant growth. Tome Blast, Page Loose Leaf. It's a common but legendary artifact creature construct. Is there such thing? Okay, so it's 2 to cast, tap, add colorless, and then has Grandeur. Discard another card named Page Loose Leaf. Reveal cards from top of your library until you reveal an instant or sorcery card. Put that card to your hand and the rest bottom of your library in a random order. Okay, so you can make that your commander. All right, Visionary's Dance. Thornfist Striker, Ward 1, 3 to cast, Albert 3/3 with Infusion. Creatures you control get +1/+0 with half trample as long as you gain life. Ink Shaped Demonstrator, Elephant Cleric, 3/4, 4 to cast, Ward 2 with Repartee, +1/+0 and lifelink. And then we have a Strixhaven Sky Coach. So this is a vehicle, 3 to cast, flying. When it enters, you may search your library for a base land card. Put your hand crew 2. For the rare, it is a Jadzi, Steward of Fate, or Yadzi. 3 to cast, Human Wizard, 2/4. She enters prepared. And when it enters, draw 2 cards and then discard 2 cards. And then for its prepared spell, it's Oracle's Gift. So it's XX and blue. Create X fractal creature tokens, then put X1/1 counter on each fractal you control. Okay. And then we have a Mystical Archive. It is Locust Spray. 1 black. Target creature gets -1/-1 till end of turn. And Cycling. Okay. And Mind Roots in foil treatment. Land. Fractal token. Okay. So I think we're starting to I would say slow down here for this stack, but still extremely happy about the Emeritus of Ideation. Nice to get that. That's a great hit. Okay, Ascendant Dust Speaker, Barog Bane Maker. Nice looking frog over there. Spellbook Seeker, Glorious Decay, Expressive Fire Dancer, and a Render Speechless. Embrace the Paradox. Okay, and then we have an Additive Evolution. End of the Hunt. Okay. Startled Relic Sloth. Sloth Beast, 4/4, trample, lifelink. Begin with combat in your turn. Exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard. Right. And for the rare, it is a Molten Core Maestro. So this is a Goblin Bard, 2/2, 2 to cast with Venache, and it has Opus. So you cast an instant or sorcery, put a 1/1 counter this creature. If 5 or more mana was spent to cast that spell, add an amount of red equal to this creature's power. Okay. And we have a Monstrous Rage for the Mystical Archives card. And a rare for the foil, it is Exhibition Tidecaller. So it's a Djinn Wizard, 1 to cast, 0/2, with Opus. So whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, target player mills 3 cards. If 5 or more mana was spent to cast that spell, that player mills 10 cards instead. Very nice. Okay, so this is a foil rare. So I will put this guy over here. Cool. Okay, last pack for the stack. I think this Exhibition Tidecaller is pretty good. And the Molten Core Maestro, I don't know. Seems like a good card to me. Take side of entry, pull from the grave, run behind, follow Lumerets, Spirit Mascot, Wild Hypothesis. Okay, we have a Spectacular Sky Whale. Opus, 3/0 until end of turn, and then put 3/1 counters on the creature instead. Chalothian Tackle, or Colonian Tackle. Target creature you control gets +0/+10 until end of turn, and then it fights up to 1 target creature and opponent controls. What if you cast this on Apex Devastator? That'd be cool. Okay, assuming it survives when it enters the battlefield. Okay, Eternal Student, 4 to cast, Zombie Warlock, pay 2, exile target card from your graveyard, create 2 1/1 white and black Inkling creature tokens. And then we have a Scolding Administrator. Dwarf Cleric 2/2. Menache, Repartee. Put 1/1 counter on this creature. When this creature dies, if that counter's on it, put those counters up to one target creature. And for the rare, we have a Steering Hope Singer, Bird Bard, 3 to cast, 1/3 with Flying Lifelink and Repartee. So whenever you cast instant or sorcery, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. I think that's pretty good. And for the Mystical Archives, we have a The Deuce. And a rare foil, Join Researchers. Okay, so it's a 2 to cast Human Cleric Wizard, 2/2 with first strike. At the beginning of each end step, if an opponent has more cards in hand than you, this creature becomes prepared. And the prepared spell here is the Secret Rendezvous, where you and target opponent each draw 3 cards. Okay. So I'll put that over there. Paradox Gardens and the token. Okay. Stack number 1, 3 mythics. We got 2 foil rares, which I don't know if they're good, but I think those are good cards. Now let's move on to stack number 2. Okay, look at this. The colors of the packs are pretty nice. I do like this. And I'm actually having a lot of fun too opening these play boosters. Okay, so let's go quickly now. Owl Historian. Okay. Muse's Encouragement. Shopkeeper's Bane. Seize the Spoils. Okay, because we've seen a lot of these commons already. Snooping Page. Yeah, whenever this creature leaves combat dash player, you draw a card and lose 1 life. Okay, whenever you cast in sorcery, it becomes unblockable. Okay, Archaic's Agony, Quandrix Charm, and for the rare we get a Dream Root Cascade. Okay, so it's a reprint. So we'll put that over here. And we have another Deduce and a Spectacular Skywhale foil, and Field of Strife foil, and token. Okay, let's keep going. Let's start to pick up the pace here since we've seen a lot of these cards now. I wouldn't want to spoil the collector booster box that I opened a while ago, but please do check out that video. Wander Off, Textbook Tabulator, Tenured Concoctor, Unsubtle Mockery, Terramorphic Expanse, Best Mascot. Okay, we have a Lecturing Scorn Mage, Kirol History Buff. So this is a Vac Cleric, 2/3. When 1 or more cards leave your graveyard, Kirol becomes prepared, and it has Pack a Punch for 3. Mill a card, put 2 1/1 counters on target creature against trample until end of turn. Divergent Equation. And for the rare, it is a Flashback. So, 1 red instant, target instant or sorcery card in your graveyard gains flashback until end of turn. The flashback cost is equal to its mana cost. Okay. And then for the Mystical Archive, we have a Zombify. And then a foil Shopkeeper's Bane. Okay, nothing there. Okay, moving on to the next pack. Oops. Okay, so let's just go through the commons real quick. Put them aside. Okay, Sundering Archaic, Vibrant Outburst, Silver Quill Charm. So this is put 2 on a counter target creature. Exile. Okay, each opponent loses 3 life and you gain 3 life. And another uncommon, we have a Fractal Anomaly. Underneath that, for the rare, it is a Vicious Rivalry. So this is a 2 black and green sorcery as an additional additional cost to cast this spell. Pay X life. Destroy all artifacts and creatures with mana value X or less. Okay, it's like Toxic Deluge, but also artifacts, I suppose. Okay, cool. And then we have a hop to it for the Mystical Archives and a Pest Mascot in foil. Okay, let's continue with the next pack. So we've sort of gone silent here on the hits over the last maybe 5 packs or so. Hopefully by calling it out, we could reverse our fate. So here we go. Cuboid Colony, Foolish Fate, Primary Research. And is it a hit? No, it's another uncommon. Muse Seeker, so 4 uncommons. What does that mean? Do we get a mythic? Yes, we do. It's a Planeswalker. It is Ral Zarek Guest Lecturer. Okay, so this is a 1 black legendary Planeswalker. +1, Surveil 2, which is good. -1, any number of target players each discard a card. -2, return target creature card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. And -7, flip 5 coins. Target opponent skips their next X turns, where X is the number of coins that came up heads. Oh boy. That sucks. Okay, so that's a just a regular mythic. I will put that over here. And then we have a Royal Treatment for Mystical Archives and a Garrison Excavator in foil. Okay, so mythic number 4. You were right to call out the pack, and we were given a mythic there. I don't know if that's a value card, but as insane ultimate, I wouldn't want to be in the target of that. Okay, wait, let's just take out the comments here. Okay, we have Tam, Observant Sequencer. Landfall, it becomes prepared, and it has Deep Sight. Pay 2, draw a card, gain 1 life. Thunder Drum Soloist with Opus. Deals 1 damage to each opponent. If 5 mana was spent to cast a spell, deals 3 damage instead. Value. Arcane Omens. Target player discards X cards for X number of colors of mana spent to cast this spell. And for the rare, we have a Conciliator's Duelist. So, white, black, core, warlock, 4/3. When it enters, draw a card. Each player loses 1 life. It has repartee whenever you cast a sorcery. In sorcery, that targets a creature, exile up to 1 target creature. Return that card to the battlefield. Okay, so this is sort of a blink effect. Okay, and for the Mystical Archive, it is Bulk Up. And we have a Ancestral Anger there. Okay. Moving on, so we now have 4 mythics. We're officially in the second half of the box. So yeah, maybe we'll target 7 mythics. Okay, 7 mythics, I think we'll be happy with that. But I do hope they're quality mythics. Okay, so let's just take off the comments here. Okay, so we have a Topiary Lecturer. Add an equal amount of green to this creature's power. Okay. Social Snub. So when you cast a spell while you control, you copy the spell. Each player sacrifices a creature of their choice. Each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Okay, that's nice. Stress Dream. Okay, deals 5 damage to up to 1 target creature. Look at the top 2 cards of your library. Put one of those cards in your hand, another one at the bottom of your library. Okay, so stressing out for the test maybe. And then another in comments. Graduation Day. Want to cast enchantment with repartee. 1/1 counter on target creature you control. Okay, for the rare, it is a Joined Researchers. Unfortunately, we got that in foil a while ago. But for the Mystical Archive, we get a rare. It is Shamanic Revelation in this nice art. Okay, I actually do use this in one of my decks, so I could swap it out. Nice to see this. Okay, Mystical Archive rare. I'll put you over here. Okay, Eager, Glyph Mage, Swampo, and an Elemental token. Okay, next pack. So we'll try to move swiftly here. Okay, commons, we'll put that away. Borrowed Knowledge, Fractal Tender, Transcendent Archaic. Okay, 7 cast, Vigilance, enters, draw X cards or X number of colors of mana. Then cast spell. If you draw 1 or more cards this way, discard 2 cards. For the rare, it is a Harmonized Trio. So this is a prepared Merfolk Bard Wizard 1/1. Tap 2 untap creatures you control. This becomes prepared, and it has Brainstorm. Okay, I think the prof would like this one. Oh, we have a second rare at the back. It is Dina's Guidance. So this is an instant. Search your library for a creature card. Reveal it. Put your hand or graveyard, then shuffle. So 3 to cast. So it's a tutor you can put into the graveyard or into your hand. So, well, because what do you call this? Witherbloom is into sort of aristocrat and sacrificing creatures and stuff. This is actually a great card for that. So nice to see this. Okay, I'll put this over here. Stock up for the Mystical Archives and Tester of the Tangential. Okay, let's continue. So I can really see that there's a lot of nice cards in this set. Super happy with that. Okay, so we have the commons here. Uncommons, we have a Stirring Honormancer, Abstract Paint Mage, okay, and then we have a Forum Necroscribe, and then a fourth uncommon, Zimone's Experiment. Okay, we have a mythic. It's a creature, 5/5. Is it an Elder Dragon? Maybe, could be. Yes, it is. It is Witherbloom the Balancer. 8 to cast, Elder Dragon, 5/5. Affinity for creatures, Flying Death Touch. Instant and sorcery spells you cast have affinity for creatures. Oh, exactly what I was looking for. As I mentioned, I was looking to upgrade my Golgari decks, in this case Witherbloom decks, because I actually do have the commander from the original Strixhaven set. I like that, swapped it out eventually to Dina, but that deck has been sort of languishing compared to the others. And yeah, I'm just looking for something to upgrade it with, and this is going to be a great one. So I don't know, this could even be my commander, right? Super strong. Lovely. So Mythic number 5. Okay, non-foil. So I'll just put that over there. Bitter Triumph for the Mystical Archive. And a Rancorous Archaic. Cool. Okay, planes there. You know what? Let me move my what do you call this? Let me move my piles over here. So if there's any super special mythic, we'll put that over there. Okay. Yeah, let's move this a little bit here, a little bit there. Let's give these guys some room. Yeah, and over there. Okay, so next pack, here we go. So we did get a mythic, nice Witherbloom Elder Dragon. Hope we can get more. All right, so let's get rid of the commons here. Silver Quill Charm, Growth Curve, Mika, Reader of Ruins, and for the rare we have a Great Hall of the Biblioplex. So this is a land where you can tap for colorless, and you can pay 1 life, and you can filter that for any life of any color for instant and sorcery. Then you can pay 5 if this land isn't a creature. It becomes a 2/4 wizard. With whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, this creature gets +1/+0 until end turn. It's still a land. Okay, so I'll put that over here. We have a Burst Lightning for the Mystical Archive, and a foil Honor Bound page. Okay, Paradox Gardens, and a it's one of these counters. Okay, last pack for the stack. Fortunately, we only got 1 mythic in that stack, so my target of 7 is starting to look a little grim. But, you know, we still have a shot here. Okay, commons over there. Rabbit Attack. Brush Off. Old Growth Educator. Vision's Reach, Infusion. And then for rare, we have a Maelstrom Artisan. So white, red, Minotaur Sorcerer. With haste, and it enters prepared, and it has Rocket Volley, destroy target non-basic land. Oh, and we get a second rare. It's from the Mystical Archives, non-foil. It's Empty the Warrens. This is from Bloomborough, isn't it? Oh, I don't know. 4 to cast, sorcery, create 2 1/1 red goblin creature tokens, and it has Storm. Okay, let's put that over there. And then we have a Transcendent Archaic Foil, Spectacle Summit, and then an Elemental. Okay, so double rare pack, but no mythic. Okay, next up we have a common here. Okay, uncommons: Abigail, Poet Laureate. Legendary Bird Bard comes in prepared. Whenever you cast a creature spell, it becomes prepared and has Heroic Stanza. Put 1/1 counter on target creature. Orisa, Tide Choreographer, Merfolk Bard, costs 3 less to cast if creatures control have total toughness 10 or greater. And when there's draw 2 cards. And then we have a Harsh Annotation. 2 to cast, destroy target creature. Its controller creates a Inkling token with flying. And then we have a rare Scheming Silvertongue. It's a Vampire Warlock, 1/3, 2 to cast. Flying and lifelink, beginning of your second main phase. If you gained 2 or more life this turn, this creature becomes prepared. And you can cast Sign of Blood, which target player draws 2 cards and loses 2 life. So the 2 life that you gain, you can pay that to draw 2 cards. And we have a second rare. It is Shattered Sanctum. Okay, so this is a reprint here. Okay, not bad. Oops. So I'll put that over here. Sorry. There we go. Oh, the Joint Researchers should actually go here. Okay, so this is for the Mystical Archives rare and the rare foils. Alright, Burst Lightning and a Wilt in the Heat, which is pretty intense here where I'm in. I guess it's already officially considered summer, or what they say is the dry season, but it's really summer for us. But spring in most other countries, interestingly enough. Okay, so we'll take off the commons here. Terramorphic Expanse. Okay, we have a Flow State. Charging Strife Knight. Haste, draw card, discard. Lewin, Exchange Student. And for the rare, it is Ambitious Augmenter. So it's a Turtle Wizard, 1 green with increment. When this creature dies, if it had 1 or more counters on it, create a fractal for the number of counters on that token. And we have a mythic. It is another Elder Dragon. It is Silver Quill. Cool. So we have 2 Elder Dragons here. So mythic number 6. 4/4 Flying Vig. Each instant and sorcery spell you cast has casualty 1. So as you cast this spell, you may sacrifice a creature with power 1 or greater. When you do, copy that spell and you may choose new targets for the copy. So this is a nice mythic pull for us. Another Elder Dragon. So Witherbloom and Silver Quill together. We have Spell Pierce for Mystical Archive here. And Adventurous Eater in common foil, Swamp, and Fractal. Okay, so I'm just looking for one more mythic. We still have about 8 packs to go, so I'm quite confident that we will get that mythic number 7. If we get 8 mythics, I would be over the moon. Speaking of which, Artemis recently just went around the moon, so that would be pretty cool. Garrison Excavator, Stirring Honormancer, Growth Curve, Sundering Archaic, and for the rare, it is a Tragedy Feaster. It's a demon, 2 black, trample, discard a card with ward, 7/6. At the beginning of your end step, sacrifice for it unless you gain life this turn. So if you're a life gain deck, this probably won't be a problem for you. 7/6 for 4 with trample and ward discard card. Pretty nice. Okay, Helping Hand for the Mystical Archives. And an Ascendant Dust Speaker in foil. Okay. So we'll keep going. 7 packs to go. And hopefully we can still get another mythic. Okay, so Commons away. Snarl Song uncommon here. Soaring Stone Glider. Rapturous Moment. Draw 3 cards and discard 2. Then add blue, blue, red, red, red. Okay. And then we have a Poisoner's Apprentice. Infusion. This creature enters. Target creature and opponent controls gets -4/-4 until end of turn. If you gain life this turn. Oh, and we have Mythic number 7. It is a 7/7. So it sounds like this is a. It's 0001. So is this a Elder Dragon 2? Oh no, it's the Dawning Archaic. So what does this guy do? It's a legendary creature avatar. Costs 1 less to cast for each instant sorcery card in your graveyard with reach. When it attacks, you may cast target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. If that spell would be put into your graveyard, exile it instead. Pretty strong, pretty impressive. Okay, so Mythic number 7. So like I said, we were gonna hit it anyway. So we got, and it's 001. I think this guy's supposed to be like the antagonist for the set, right? Or something like that. Okay, Disdainful Stroke, Stadium Title Mage, and that's it. Okay, 6 packs to go. Let's continue with this. Right, Commons away. So Ennis, Debate Moderator. Infirmary Healer. Stream of Life from the original set of cards, like 3rd Ed, 4th Ed that I used to have. Okay, Borrowed Knowledge. And Campus Composer for the rare. It is a Moseo Veins Nudine Bird Skeleton. So when it enters, you make a pest. Then at the beginning of your end step, if you gain life this turn, return up to 1 target creature card with mana value X or less, where X is the amount of life you gained this turn. And we have a second rare. Mystical Archives. It is Pongify. Okay. Cool. Okay, put that over there. Hungry Grafalon. Fields of Strife, and a token. Okay. 5 packs to go. Maybe we can still hit one more Mythic. It's probably in the cards, right? Probably in the cards. Okay. Literally in the cards. So common. Okay. Proctor's Gaze. Quillblade Laureate. Dual Tactics. For the rare, it is a Bletch. Loafing Pest. Bletch. Yuck. Okay, and a G Growth. Nice. Oops. Sorry. Bletch goes over here. He's not a uncommon. And then we have a Stone Docent in foil. Porous Forest and more punch out counters. Okay. 4 packs left. 4 packs left. Okay, so commons away. Mika, I think it's like the 5th Mika that we got here. Old Growth Educator, Practiced Scroll Smith, and a Transcendent Archaic. And for the rare, it is an Applied Geometry. Sorcery, create copy of target non-aura permanent you control, except it's fractal, put 6/1 counters on it. Okay. Then we have a Requisition Raid for the Mystical Archive card. So it has so this is from Thunder Junction. 1 white and +1 target destroy target artifact, +1 destroy target enchantment, +1 put a 1 counter on each creature target player controls. Okay. Landscape Painter, Spectacle Summit, and the Fractal. Okay, last 3 packs. Here we go. We're getting closer to the end here. Can we hit the 8 Mythics for the bonus stage? Oops. Sorry about that. Let me just put these commons away. The stack is set to get pretty high for the commons. Sorry, let me just fix our cards over here. Okay, there you go. Wilt in the Heat. So Rabid Attack, Vibrant Outburst, Ennis, Moderator, and we have an Essence Knit Scholar. No, it's a rare. It is Moment of Reckoning. So 3 White, white, black, black. Choose up to 4. You may choose the same mode more than once. Destroy target non-land permanent. Return target non-land permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Oh. Okay. And then we have a knockout maneuver for the Mystical Archive card and a Colossus of the Blood Age in foil. Last 2 packs. Come on, last pack magic here. Hopefully we can get that mythic and make it a good one. Another mythic Mystical Archive. Okay, so let's just take out the comments here. Homesickness. Teacher's Pest. Colossus of the Blood Age. And a Soaring Stone Glider. Okay, come on. Mythic, 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 mythic. No, it's a rare. It is Fix What's Broken. So this is a sorcery for 4. A special cost to cast the spell. Pay X life. Return each artifact and creature card with mana value X from your graveyard to the battlefield. Wow, creature and artifact. I like that. Okay, then we have a Hop to It for the Mystical Archives. The bunnies there. And we have a foil Mystical Archive card in the back. So Bring to Light. 5 to cast. Converge. Search library for a creature, instant, or sorcery card with mana value less than or equal to the number of colors of mana spent to cast a spell. Exile that card, then shuffle. You may cast this card without paying its mana cost. Okay, so we got a nice way to end this. So last, second to last pack, we got a foil Mystical Archive. Okay, so last pack, it's in green. It's a nice looking pack. Hopefully we get another mythic here. Unfortunately, no foil mythics. So our spacing here for the piles unfortunately was not used. Okay, come on, let's go. Fractalize. Come on, let's go mythic. Aberrant Mana Worm. Impractical Joke. Okay, no mythic here. It is a rare. It's Informed Inkwright. So it's 2 to cast Human Wizard with Vigilance and Repartee. You get a 1/1 white black Inkling creature token with fly. Okay. Oh, and we get a second rare. Not bad. It's a Sundown Pass, which is a reprint. And we get a Stargaze for the Mystical Archives and a foil Noxious Newt. Okay. So, well, let's just move these guys back in here. Fortunately, we did not get mythic number 8. But we could get it here in our bonus round, where we have a foil promo pack from Lorwyn Eclipsed. Thank you to our LGS for hooking me up with this promo pack. Always nice to get a little bit of love and a little bit of bonus whenever you shell out hard-earned cash for these expensive pieces of cardboard. Okay, so we'll first open the, no, you know what, let's put the promo card first in front. So we have a foil Iron Shield Elf. So discard a card. This creature gains indestructible until end turn. Tap it. Okay, beneath that we have a rare. It is Marilyn Fey Ascendant. Okay, it is a Elf Fairy Noble, 2 black, green, and blue, flying. Whenever Marilyn or another elf or fairy you control enters, exile the top 2 cards of target opponent's library. Once each turn, you may cast a spell with mana value less than or equal to the number of elves and fairies you control among cards exiled with Marilyn this turn without paying its mana cost. A lot of text there, but okay, when or no, exile top 2 cards. Okay, less than or equal to the number of elves and fairies you control from among cards exiled with Marilyn this turn. Okay, and for the back, it is another rare. It would be Twilight Diviner. So this is an Elf Cleric, 3 to cast, 3/3. When this creature enters, surveil 2, and whenever one or more other creatures you control enter, if they entered or were cast from a graveyard. Create a token that's a copy of one of them. That ability triggers only once each turn. Okay, so 2 rare foils over there. Okay, so basically we really hit pay dirt with Emeritus of Ideation. I think that is one of the sort of chase cards for the set. But we did get 2 Elder Dragons in this M0001, the Dawning Archaic, which I think is the big bad of the set. We did get a mythic Mystical Archives, which is Adnos, and a couple of rare Mystical Archives. So I think this has been a fun set. If you saw the cards, they're actually pretty good. So I'm looking forward to going through them and looking how I can update or upgrade my decks with this one, especially the Golgari deck or the Witherbloom deck that maybe I can retool with some of the cards coming from this new Strixhaven set, and it's probably going to be a fun deck to play around with. Okay, until then, guys, thank you for joining me on this one. Take care and bye-bye.